Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and I hope all is well. Today we are going to discuss A Midsummer Night's Dream, a romantic comedy by Shakespeare. First we take the character, after that act wise summary of the play. First of all, if you are new, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss the update. Dream is romantic comedy. This comedy has everything fun, laughter, love, magic, fairies. The setting of the play is in two places, first in Athens and second in a forest outside Athens. There are many characters in play. First, we take the character of Theseus. Theseus is the Duke of Athens who is preparing for his marriage with Hippolyta, the queen of Amazon. After that, Aegeus. Aegeus is father of Hermia and he want to marry his daughter with a man named Demetrius. Hermia is daughter of Aegeus, but she don't want to marry with Demetrius because she loves a man named Lysander. Lysander also loves Hermia. After that, next character is Demetrius. Demetrius also loves Hermia, but Hermia does not love him as she loves Lysander. Next one is Helena. Helena loves Demetrius, but Demetrius does not love her. So, a story is full of confusion. So, in short, um, both the men, Lysander and Demetrius, both the men loves Hermia. Next characters are related to world of fairies. Aberon is the king of fairies and Titania is the queen of Oberon as Oberon was the king of fairies. Next one, an important character named Robin Goodfellow, and he is called Puck. He is very mischievous as well as foolish. After that, a group of mechanicals who are going to perform a play in wedding of Duke. They have come to forest for rehearsal as they were preparing the play. Main characters in that group is Nick Bottom, who is a viewer. So friends, these are the main characters of Midsummer Night's Dream. We have looked the character. Now look at the summary act by act. First we take Act 1. The Duke is preparing for his marriage with Hippolyta, the queen of Amazon. Meanwhile, a man named Aegeus interrupted and he complains that his daughter is not ready to marry with that man whom he had chosen for her because she loves a man named Lysander. At this, Duke warned Hermia that obey your father, otherwise you will have only two options. You will have to die or live your whole life as a nun, as it was the law of Athens that a girl can't go against the will of her father. It means without marriage. You will have to live all your life without marriage. At this, Hermia and Lysander was very upset, and they at last they decided to elope and leave Athens forever. But before leaving, Helena comes to Hermia and Helena asks Hermia, what is the reason that Demetrius loves you so much? At this, Hermia said, don't worry, tonight we and Lysander is going to leave Athens, and after that there will Demetrius and you, there will be no problem to you. And so she disclosed the secret with Helena that she and Lysander is going to elope. Helena disclosed this secret to Demetrius in hope of that Demetrius began to hate Hermia, but this does not happen. Hermia and Lysander get lost in woods and Demetrius followed Hermia to check her. And Helena followed Demetrius in hope of that someday he began to love her. Now in Woods, Nick Bottom and his company is busy in rehearsal of his play, which they would perform in Duke's marriage. In Act 2nd, Oberon, the king of fairies, is quarreling with his queen, Titania, over a magical Indian boy that the queen refused to hand over to the king. Oberon is angry with Titania. He calls his servant Puck to fetch a purple flower with juice, and that flower is also called the love of idleness, that make a people fall in love with the next creature to see. Now in forest, Demetrius is chasing Hermia, but she has lost in woods, and Helena is following Demetrius. And Demetrius says, Helena, don't follow me, otherwise it would not be good for her. The king Oberon overhears when Helena is arguing with Demetrius. Oberon says to Puck that go and put some juice of the flower in Demetrius' eyes so that he begin to love that girl. But by mistake, the foolish Puck put the juice in eyes of Lysander. Hermia and Lysander were sleeping, but Hermia was on some distance from Lysander. When Puck put the flower's juice in Lysander's eyes, so after some time, Lysander was sleeping. After some time, Helena comes there and she finds Lysander alone. So she wakes Lysander. As she wakes up, he saw Helena and began to love her. At this, Helena thought he is making joke, but when Oberon saw that Lysander is following Helena and the girl is very angry with him, Oberon considered that foolish Puck have done some mistake. After that, Oberon calls Puck once again and said, what you have done, foolish, and now go once again and put the juice of that flower in eyes of Demetrius. Puck goes once again and put the juice in Demetrius' eyes when he was sleeping, but when Demetrius wake up, he found Helena, and as he saw Helena, he fell in love, badly fell in love with her. Now both Demetrius and Lysander are fell in love with Helena. Helena is very upset. Helena is very angry. She can't consider what is going on because she thoughts they are making me fool. Hermia is also angry with Lysander that how suddenly Lysander began to love Helena. In Act 3rd, Puck overhear the rehearsal of the worker in the forest, and they are busy in rehearsal because they were going to perform the play in Duke's marriage. He gives Nick Bottom, and Puck gives Nick Bottom a head of a donkey. On the other hand, Oberon has already put the flower juice in eyes of sleeping Titania. Nick Bottom song wakes Titania, and she saw Nick Bottom with donkey's head and fell in love with him. On the other hand, Demetrius and Lysander were showing their love with Helena, and Helena is very confused. She was very embarrassed. She can't consider what had happened both these two men. She considered that they are making him fool. Now Oberon orders Puck to set the things right. Puck put the restorative juice in eyes of Lysander. When Lysander wakes up, he saw Hermia, and once again he began to love Hermia. Now everything set right. Lysander began to love Hermia, and Demetrius loves Helena already. Now in Act 4, Oberon put the restorative flowers juice in eyes of sleeping Titania, as Titania was loving Nick Bottom with donkey's head. When Titania wakes up, she found himself sleeping with a donkey, and she was very embarrassed ki what had happened that she is sleeping with a donkey. After that, Titania apologizes to Oberon and gives him the Indian boy to him. Bottom's donkey's head is now removed, and he returned Athens once again. The Duke Theseus comes to forest at that time for hunting. He found Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia in forest, but Hermia's father is still not ready to accept Lysander. But this time Theseus gives order that Lysander can marry with Hermia and Demetrius with Helena. In Act 5, in Athens, wedding procession is going on, and the two new couple attend the marriage of Theseus and Hippolyta. In wedding the play, Pyramus and Thisbe presents, which the party was doing rehearsal in woods. When couple retires to bed, Oberon and Hippolyta bless the palace and its people. Puck makes a final address to the audience and asks for applause. So, friends, this was the entire summary of romantic comedy Midsummer Night's Dream. And once again, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. That's